Hello.
Okay. Just making sure that they can hear
Zoning
us.
out for a second there. My bad.
It's all right. It's early. No game audio yet. That's
Mm.
interesting to me because I have game audio. Hello. Wow, everybody's so friendly. Just a comfy, cozy JRTA stream.
You said that before when it wasn't even the end of day one yet. You were just like, well, we raised $6,000. Everybody just enjoy the rest of the marathon. The comfy marathon. Which is truly incredible to have raised that amount of money in that small amount of time.
Oh, there wasn't any game audio going on right then. That's probably why you couldn't hear anything.
Yeah.
So there's no music here.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
I'll just go through the menu.
Okay. I think we're probably good to go. If I need to adjust the volume once we get going, I can do that too. So, just go ahead and give me a countdown when you're ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So right away, I reset my console after I select my difficulty. And a thing about this game is after you select your difficulty, you'll get this long intro cutscene that you really don't want to watch. And so you just skip that right away by resetting. And I'm playing on the Japanese version because it's faster by a few seconds. And it's not actually by text, it's by after you reset, the quickest way to get on to the file select screen is on the Japanese version, because the screens leading up to the file select screen are a little bit different. So this is Green Garden. There's not a whole lot to say about this. It's pretty straightforward. If you notice at the very start of the level, I zoomed in my camera right away, and that's just to prevent any lag that could happen. It just prevents some explosions from being on screen, and if there's too many explosions on screen, then it'll lag the game. So here, kicked him on accident. You'll see that I use this pumped up bomb to get up, or get across that gap there. And I do things like that a few times, and it's just a basic way of getting across gaps that you wouldn't be able to get over normally. The problem, I guess, with the Green Garden, or the reason why it's not as exciting, is because there's not as much tricks, and in both of the levels there's some cutscenes that are kind of annoying that you just have to wait through to get to the gameplay. So the next stage is the first mini-boss. The second stage of most of the areas are mini-bosses, and they all go the same basic way, is that you stun them in some manner, and then you pick them up and get them off of the edge. And we'll see that in a couple seconds. Alright. So that's pretty much how all the boss battles, or mini boss battles, go, just because most of them will either walk in a set pattern, or a Sirius right there just kind of stands there for you waiting. So Green Garden 3 is probably one of the most boring levels in this run, because there's this cutscene where you get to what would be the end of the level, and then this creature takes it off. Don't know what it is, because it has like a unicorn horn, fish fins, and then it flies. So unclassified species there. And something about hard difficulty is that all the enemies go a lot faster. So right there I had to stun that guy because he was going way too fast towards me. And again, the creature takes away the crystal. It happens one more time. Okay, so hopefully... Okay, I got a firepower upgrade. That's alright. So what that does is it makes my my explosion radius go up a little bit. And I want one more of those because after 2, the effect just caps there. And you want those for a boss fight in Black Fortress. And then another power up I want is 1 bomb. Because I need 3 bombs to do a triple bomb jump, which is a trick I use quite a few times throughout the run. And those are really the only power-ups that are required, and the blast radius isn't even required. It's just kind of, if you want to kill this boss with any kind of speed, that you have to have that. So, at the end of the level, there's not much to explain, so I'll just hop into the next level because there's a lot about Dragon, which is the first boss of the game, to explain. So, the Dragon has 3 attacks. He can pause, and then he'll like go really fast right towards you. He'll do a breath of fire, which sometimes he can go across the arc that you're on, and it flips the camera kind of awkwardly, so it's kind of hard to get a hit off of that. And then another attack he can do is he can go super far away, and then he can swoop under the arc. And that's really slow, and you don't want to see that ever. We'll see what he does here. What I want to see is him to pause, and then go straight at me. Which looks like, yeah, alright. That's good. Another thing he does a lot is he'll just kind of like unnecessarily go around the arc while waiting to do his next attack, which is kind of annoying, but it happens. Ugh. Didn't get the hit on that fire attack because I did not blow up the bomb soon enough, so it just kind of bonked off his head. That's alright. And then hopefully he does one more charge directly at me. Oh, that's no good. This is the slowest attack I was talking about. Alright. Timed that fine, so got him good. Alright. That was an okay fight. Only missed 1 attack, and the pattern was... So we're coming up on Blue Resort. Blue Resort is the fastest area in the game because both of the levels you can abuse using bomb jumps just to get like really quickly right through them. Yeah, there's the other blast radius I wanted and a bomb. Alright, nice. I'm set. That's good. Okay, and there's the first 2 bomb jumps. So basic concept of the bomb jump is to get to a height that you wouldn't normally be able to reach, and you have to do this because there isn't a jump button in this game. But the basic thing of what goes down there is I put down a bomb, pick up a bomb, and then I throw that one when I'm up against a wall onto my head. That puts me back to the original bomb, and then that propels me forward to the one I throw on my head. And then that one gets me up to a height that I wouldn't normally be able to reach. This is Artemis. Pretty easy quick kill. Sometimes the only bad thing that can happen here is she'll get stuck behind the bomb, and I have a little bit of trouble picking her up. But hopefully that doesn't happen. It did. Alright. We're gonna take a death there, because it's really difficult to get a quick kill when she gets stuck behind the bomb like that. Okay. We're fine. pretty unlikely that it happens like that, but it is my fault that she gets stuck behind the bomb because I do it a little bit too early. At the start of this level, you'll see the first triple bomb jump. It's the same thing as a bomb jump, just one bomb bouncing up and down on the bomb I put on my head, and it just gives a little bit of extra height. Okay, so in this next screen, there's been a trick that we've known about for like a month, maybe 2, but we found a setup literally today, so I'm gonna do that right there. Okay, then in the level. So there, you just kind of like, no real explanation, it just kind of happens. Alright, so Fish is probably the most annoying boss in terms of how much time he can lose you if he does the wrong things. But first off, I need to get the first hit off without hitting his tentacle too much. Hopefully he comes back up. Alright, that's perfect. And attack he does, he comes back up to the original place. So you can get another free hit off of him. Alright, that's not too bad, him swimming behind, because I can just get the final hit there. And that was pretty much the best pattern you can get, so that's good. Alright, so coming up on Red Mountain, the first level of it is probably the hardest level. It's one of the harder ones in the game as well. And it's not really too many difficult tricks, it's just kind of weird timing and stuff like that. Okay. So I have to wait here to avoid that fireball, and then this bomb sometimes can despawn this enemy at the top, and it didn't there, but occasionally it does, so just do it in case it actually works. Again, wait for this fireball, and then hit these letters. Back up. Okay, I need to redo this again. There we go. So the first level lever came back up as the last one went down, so it's kind of bad. So this is Orion. Orion's the hardest quick kill to get, and it's just because he can do a lot of different things other than what you expect him to, and the timing is kind of difficult. That throw didn't quite send him far enough. Gonna try that again. There we go. Alright, so this is Red Mountain 3. It's mostly an easy level, but like at the very end there's 2 enemies that can like really easily kill you when you're trying to get this part of the bridge down. But other than that, it's just kind of walking to the end. Okay, so there's 2 blue enemies that can spawn, and hopefully they just don't. So that would be awesome, but they did. I'm dead. Yeah. They kind of like came at me from both ways, and there wasn't much I could do to avoid them. So, since that was game over, I gotta do this level over again. So the thing about hard difficulty is just like it makes the enemies really annoying, and it's hard to get around them, especially in places like there where they're just coming at you from both sides. So hopefully that goes a little better this time. Okay. There we go. Alright, so this boss, what I need him to do is spin right away. And the other thing that can happen is he can punch me and then shoot a laser, and that's a lot slower than if he spawned. So I can get a lot more hits off of him spinning, but he's gonna... That's not good. That's alright. Alright, he did it again. That's not fun. There you go. Now I need to make sure I don't knock his top off, or else he'll stop this phase. Okay. Okay. Next area is White Glacier, and it's not too bad, but it's got really gimmicky levels, so... Because the first level, there is this strong wind that pushes you back at one section, and then the third level, there's ice physics. So here, I'm trying to hit this bunny, and this bunny gives me a heart, and I need that heart for Black Fortress 1, where I need it for a skip, where I have to damage myself. So I have to keep that heart for about 4 stages. Here I need to wait out the wind, because I wouldn't be able to get up this slope with the wind pushing me down. Then this can kill an enemy if it spawns. It didn't. That's good. Again, waiting for the winds. Okay, let's see what this enemy does. Right. He just went straight away. Okay, that's good. Sometimes that red enemy will come over towards you, and then he'll get in your way, and you have to stun him and then throw him away, and then kick that bomb away. But he just kind of went off in the distance there. So that bomb blows up the base, and it allows me to walk on the roof and get to the button behind it. And that lowers the lift, and that's the end of the level there. So next mini boss is Regulus, and he's not too difficult, but the one thing I don't want him to do is kick a lot of bombs, because that can be kind of annoying. But if he just kicks like 1 or 2, it's not a big deal. Okay, he just kicked 1. That's good. So next level has ice physics, as I mentioned before, and they're pretty annoying, but like they're only really annoying if you're switching directions a lot, and you don't do a ton of that in this level anyways, because there's screens like this where you're just walking straight forward. On this next screen, I have to get to the platform with the button on it on the first try, or else I'll have to death warp or go around the whole stage, which rarely ever happens. It didn't happen there, but if it did in a very bad case, then I'd have to go around. So as I go towards this next elevator, there's this enemy, and I hope he doesn't kick me off the edge. Okay, he stunned me, but gee, okay, that was alright. He was getting in my way, and he stunned me a couple times, but he didn't kick me off the edge, and that's all that matters, really. Hopefully these penguins at the very last screen are in an okay spot. Alright. That was pretty good. So this boss has ice physics just like the last level I was in. But it doesn't affect it a whole lot, because all I'm going to be doing is just staying under him and then throwing bombs upwards. Alright, that was a good fight. Worst thing you can do there is go up on the wall, because it takes him a little bit to get off of the wall, and then you don't get that many hits off of him. But he didn't do that there, so that's really good. So we're coming up on Black Fortress, which is the hardest area of the game, fittingly, because it's the last level, or last area, rather. But the first stage isn't all that difficult. It's not interesting, really, until the very end. Okay, so it just alternates between screens like that, where I'm using bombs to get across those gaps, and then screens like this, where I go a little bit to the right, and then I walk forward. And there's constantly like buses and cars going through the street that you're on, but as long as you don't mess up a gap jump, then you're gonna be fine. I have to wait for this bus to cross, and then I can go over to the left side. And then hopefully I can get past these enemies okay. Alright, good. So I'm gonna kick this bomb, stop it, and kick it again to get this upgrade. Then I'm gonna blow myself up, and then kick a bomb immediately as I land, and it'll put me in a state where I don't load any boss triggers or cutscene triggers or loading zones. So I skipped over a cutscene trigger and a boss trigger there. And to get out of that state, I had to pick up a bomb that had already been placed or kicked, which I did. There's no real explanation as to why that works, it just kind of does. This is Harvester. He's terrible, and I hate him, but hopefully he stays still at the very beginning. That'd be good. He did not. Those homing missiles are the most annoying attack because you kind of have to like stop everything you're doing to get them with a bomb. Can't get these last 2 hits. Okay, there we go. That was kind of slow, but really my main concern is not dying there, so that's okay. That pattern was pretty bad as well, because there's a lot of homing missiles, but I managed to blow them up pretty quick, so that's good. Black Fortress 3 is a pretty hard level, but it doesn't have one thing that's like very hard about it. It's just got like scattered bomb jumps and stuff throughout it. Alright, so I'm gonna walk over to this side, and that's gonna activate the elevator at the beginning of the screen there, and then this bomb jump and the gap jump I'm gonna do after are just the easiest way to get over there to that elevator. Okay, I've never had that enemy kill me before, so that's interesting. But it's not a big deal. I still got 2 lives, so same deal. Hitting the button to activate the elevator, and then bomb jump and gap jump to get over to it. So I have to blow up this box because there's no other way around it. Sorry. And this screen is pretty hard because of the enemies that are in it. Okay, I got one that guy, okay. The 2 button I hit at the beginning just created that bluish purple walkway that I just walked on. The purpose of that bomb jump is to just get around those lasers. And I got around those enemies pretty well, that's good. Then this walkway was created by hitting that 4 button, and the reason I did the bomb jump was just to skip having to hit the 1 button and then go around and have to go around those enemies again. So it just kind of avoided those guys and saved a little bit of time. Hopefully I can get this little bomb trick at the start of the screen. Okay, so there I kick a bomb, pick up a bomb, and then pump that one up and throw it into the explosion of the one I kicked, and it just skips having to wait for the pumped up bomb to go off, because normally you'd pump up the bomb and then you'd just kind of sit there for a little bit until it went off. Alright, so we're coming up on the final boss here. The first quick kill on the first phase is pretty difficult, just because you need to watch for that laser guy that's on screen right now, because he can completely prevent you. So hopefully he just kind of goes upwards and then just ignores everything I'm doing. But we'll see. I messed that up. Oh. Yeah, that was my bad. I kind of came up because I thought the laser guy was going to attack me. And then that time the laser guy actually did attack me, so I couldn't get the freedom. I'm just gonna try to kill him normally, and hopefully he doesn't do the thing he did last time. Okay, I'm dead. That's no good. First fight is just... the first phase, I mean, is just really dumb. But that's alright. Hopefully he gives me a good pattern this time, so I can actually get the quick kill and show that. And if not, I think I'll just kill myself right away so I can try and get it. He didn't do it right away. But he delayed it. That's unbelievable. This guy does not like me today. How does... Oh my gosh. This laser enemy is so mean. I did it. Hooray. My goodness. Okay, so after that first phase that we struggled through so much, here's gonna be the hardest second phase ever. It's super technical. So time's gonna come up in it's like 30 seconds. So this boss can like teleport and shoot things at you and throw you off the edge, but he also gets stunned for a long amount of time, so you can just kill him really easily. US time would end there, but JRTA is a little bit longer. It goes until the screen transitions over, so I'll say it comes up in a few seconds. And that's time. Alright. That was rough, but alright, I'll take it.
Still look pretty impressive. GG.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being a part of it. And up next, guys, we have Prince of Persia with Fiesel.
You mean the Fiesel is gonna be here?
The easy feezy. Alright, once again, thanks, LivelyRaccoon, stopping by.
Yeah.
And have a good rest of your weekend. Enjoy.
You too.
Alright, we'll see you later.
See ya.
Fiesel.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hey.
Hey, alright.
You're streaming on 2, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
Just a reminder to all those that are coming in, this is the JRTA Marathon, raising funds. Well, we did raise all of our funds for getting some Japanese speed friends to AGDQ. Now we are raising money for Doctors Without Borders. It will be donated during the marathon, so keep the donations coming in. We do have 2 bid wars going on right now. A game choice between Oblivion and Valkyrie Profile, and we have the ever-popular Super Metroid Kill or Save the Animals. Valkyrie Profile is currently in the lead for the game choice, and